Hi, Rudy. Hi, Michelle.
Oh, Dan.
This is weird. This is different.
This is different.
This is Welcome to Six Questions with Dan and Michelle.
I'm Michelle.
That would be Michelle, and
That's
I guess
Dan.
by default that leaves me to be Dan. And then our guest today isn't so much a guest. It's a representation.
Mhm.
You will see here, you will recognize this logo. This has been our logo for 11 years.
It did great.
And I think its fate is a bit melancholy, a bit sad, but something's about to happen, and that's probably why we need to start the questions right now.
All right, Dan, when you first started this company, oh my goodness, congratulations, it's been so long. But when you first started this company, everyone needs a logo, everyone needs to brand. What brought you here?
Well, this wasn't the original logo.
Okay.
The original logo was kind of a Times Roman font with a silver star, and it was basically just a friend of ours threw it together for us.
Okay.
This is the first one that I really felt like was professionally produced. And we produced it at the time because we wanted it to be able to work with animation, with the star, and we did some good stuff with that.
Oh, yeah.
I think our personality is a little different now.
Mhm.
So we've only had one rebrand in 25 years, so I don't feel too bad about doing a second one.
Mhm.
But I think what we're about to do is more representative of where we are now.
So there wasn't really anything though about the colors or anything like that. It was just more professional.
Yep.
And
There was a graphic designer who
Mhm.
kind of picked these colors. And I think at the time I was more focused on other aspects of the business, and I looked at it and I was kind of like, that's fine.
that works, yeah.
So we've never really had a logo that I looked at and I felt, oh, I love that, and I really feel connected to that. At least, maybe not until now.
Cool.
Michelle,
Yes.
do you think we should reveal the new logo?
Mm-hmm.
By all means, do the honors. How about that?
What do you guys think?
Pretty cool, huh? They can't really tell us, but
Do you like it?
do you like it? Because we will immediately change it and design a new one if you don't. Actually, no, we won't. But there might be something cool else coming, which leads us to...
All right, Dan. Why this?
I could give you this whole very corporate sounding, well, the colors represent the principles
We
of...
know Dan loves corporate
Yes,
here.
yes. The truth is, I think we just really all like it.
Yeah.
The last one, like I mentioned, it was sharply designed and all that. But North Star today, I think, is a group of more colorful personalities. It's brighter. It's a little more bold. And I think I'm less interested in being safe and corporate,
Yes.
and more interested in being a little bit more bold, maybe, as it represents our personality.
Yeah.
And this does, but maybe not as much as like another variation on it, which might lead us to... Michelle,
Yes.
I was wondering, could the new logo work if it was reversed?
I think there's only one way to find out.
There is only one way to find out. How about you said you wanted it more colorful.
I did, and I love it.
Yes. So logos, there's got to be a version that works against a white background.
Yeah, definitely.
But when we're able to do it against a solid color background,
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, I love it too.
I can't wait. I mean, you'll already find it on our website.
Yeah,
But I can't wait to start using this in other ways.
I feel the exact same way. I can't wait to do my business card and make it all woo. So very excited about that. All right, Dan. So North Star. We've changed the colors, we've changed the logo, but what does North Star mean to you?
So this is, I'm going to give the most honest answer here, okay? We started the company over 25 years ago. There were 3 people involved with starting the company, okay? And there was this whole, we tossed around all these names, and North Star was one of the names on the list. And then we all made a list of what are your favorites. Everybody had different names on the list, but North Star was number one on everyone's list.
Oh,
So it kind of became the name by virtue of consensus.
okay.
Now, the North Star, of course, is the guiding light. It's something, it's people, it's all something is their North Star, it's sort of their rock, it's something
Yep.
that they stay committed to. I do love that idea, but I can't pretend that the thinking was that deep at the time.
That's what I love about you,
Yeah.
though. You don't pretend. I love that.
I don't. It's been our name, it's been our identity for a long time.
Mhm.
I have my moments when I think maybe we could change it to something better, or maybe I'm a
Whoa,
little
whoa,
tired
whoa,
of it.
whoa.
But
we just redid the
No,
logo.
I quickly let that pass. I do think it's a great name. It's just that everybody else hasn't been living with it for 25 years like
That's
I
true.
have.
That's true. That's very true.
No, it's still great. It'll still be our name.
All right.
Michelle,
Yes.
what do you love most about the new logo?
I love that it is. Well, I don't want to say this in a harsh way because it doesn't feel bland.
Okay.
It feels like when I would go to someone, if I'd give them my business card, it felt so professional. And not that I'm not a professional person,
Mm-hmm.
but I am more I'm like networking together, community, like bonding, and professionalism sometimes has this cold feel to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the logo doesn't, the colors don't have that effect anymore.
If somebody has a pile of business cards
Mhm.
and one of them is ours,
Yeah.
ours is going to stand out.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think, there's a school of thought that you don't go this audacious
Mhm.
with your company's color. I don't care. I really don't. I actually feel kind of psyched about this.
Yeah.
And I've never felt that way about something that represents us like this. So, like it or not, but
It's here to stay.
I actually think people will love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us
Mhm.
for another edition. Thank you, Michelle. Join us again next time for another edition of 6 Questions with Dan and Michelle.
See ya.